What up, and what's poppin'? It's your dog Breeze from Fahrenheit 451, part of the Fourth and Gold Network. Well, we're burning the books alive. 3-1 yesterday in the Wnba after a 3-0 sweep, which puts us on a 6-1 run. In our last two videos, yesterday we had Alana Smith going over her rebounds. That was a lean. Over her 4.5, she actually hit 9. We had Ezzy Mag over her 8.5 rebounds. I think she finished with 13. We had Skylar Diggins Smith over her 16 points. She finished with 10. And we had the funniest cash of yesterday. We had Julie Van Loo over her 2 threes. She ended up going like 2 for 7, 2 for 8 from 3 or whatever, but she still cashed us. So we cannot complain. Wrapping up the recap at 1 minute and 15 seconds. All right, so we got 2 games on today. First up, we have the Chicago Sky. Where they playing this game at? We have the Chicago Sky taking on the Dallas Wings. They're going to be in Chicago. Chicago -6 on the spread. It was -3 yesterday. -6 on the spread, -110. Total is 160.5. And you can get Chicago on the money line at -260 with the Wings on the money line at +205. First 2 meetings, the last meeting May 18th, total of 157. The first meeting May 15th, a total of 166. And the total is currently sitting at 160.5. I just think this is going to be a classic case of can't nobody stop nobody. So I definitely like the over. Definitely leaning the over, definitely leaning Chicago -6. Like my boy CBC always says, probably won't take it. I don't really like to get the worst of the line. All right. Those are my thoughts on Le Spread and Le Total. So let's get into some props, which is majority what we do over here. First up, I got 2 official plays in the Sky game. First up is going to be Angel Reese over 10.5 rebounds, -1. I think it's -112 odds over at FanDuel. She's had 10 rebounds in her last 7 straight games, 11 rebounds or more in her last 4 out of 5 games, with highs of 13 on 2 separate occasions and 14. Angel Reese is 1 double-double away from breaking the double-double, the consecutive double-double rookie record. Shout out to Crispy Captain. I was listening to his show earlier, and someone commented on there that if you build Angel Reese's double-double out, you can get it at plus money. I don't know what book that is on, but just a heads up. My next official play in the Chicago Sky game is going to be Kennedy Carter over her 14.5 points, -115 odds over at Bet365. She is 5-0 to this line when she plays 26 minutes or more. If you're following the WNBA, you know that she's currently starting. She should be guaranteed those 26 minutes, barring an ejection or injury. In those games when she's went 5-0 to the line, she's had 19, 16, 25, 16, and 18. I really look for her to get it done. 3 leans in this game. First one is going to be Marina Mabrey over her 15 points. She's had 22 points in her last game. She's also hit this line in her last 4 out of 5 versus Dallas with 1 hook. If you don't know, now you know Marina Mabrey used to play for Dallas. So I'm sure there's always a little bit of added, added tenacity. You know what I'm saying? When she goes to play those gals. My next lean in this game is going to be Monique Billings, Mo Billy for the double-double, +155 odds at Bet365. She had a double-double in the last game where Arike Ngubawale did not play. Today, Arike Ngubawale is questionable with an Achilles injury. Natasha Howard is doubtful with a foot injury. And Maddie Segrist is out because she just broke her finger. So, Mo Billings has nothing but space and opportunity to show out and go do her thing. My last lean in this game is going to be Camila Cardoso of the Chicago Sky over her 7.5 rebounds, -132 odds over at FanDuel. She's 2-0 to this line when she plays 29 minutes or more. Same Kennedy Carter situation. She's starting now. She should be guaranteed those minutes. go out there and grab some boards. All right. So to wrap up the Chicago Sky and the Dallas Wings game, I am leaning the total over 161. The spread, Chicago Sky -6. I'm leaning Monique Billings double-double, Camila Cardoso over 8 rebounds, and Marina Mabry over 15 points. My official, and Angel Reese's double-double, of course. My official plays in that game are going to be Angel Reese over 10.5 rebounds, -112 odds over at FanDuel, and Kennedy Carter over her 15 points, -115 odds over at Bet365. Now, I did say we have 2 games on today. The second game, we see the Los Angeles Sparks traveling to the Big Apple to take on the New York Liberty, who are absolutely on fire, hotter than fish grease at the moment. Let me just bring up the lines for this game. New York Liberty are favored -15.5. Liberty are favored -15.5 on the spread, -110 over at FanDuel, -1600 on the money line, whereas you can get the Sparks +820 on the money line. And the total is set to 164, -110 on both sides. Now, unlike the game that I just covered, these guys have not played each other this year, so I don't really have the head-to-head stats, but I do have the stats. All right, so let's get into it for this game. 2 official plays. If 2 official plays, the first game goes well, I'll have some added plays. First up, I don't know, 2 + 2 is 4 every single time. You know what I'm saying? Rickea Jackson, man, it's very similar to the Monique Billings situation. Cameron Brink, done for the season. Yeah, and they don't really got nobody else. And Derek Hamby's been on a nasty decline. So, Rickea Jackson, the rookie from Tennessee, she's now in the starting lineup. She was on the bench. She's now in the starting lineup. Oh, Cameron Brink is out. One of the starters is out. So just trying to paint the picture. You know what I'm saying? I'm all things Rickea today. However, officially, I'll be taking Rickea Jackson from the Los Angeles Sparks over her 15.5 points and rebounds combined. That's +100 over at FanDuel. 29, 19, 17 points and rebounds in her last 3. I just told you Cameron Brink is out for the season. She's had, and then if you're like, hey, Breeze, I don't have her points and rebounds combo option, I can only take one. I would say take both of them. But if I only had to pick, I would go with her rebounds over her 4 rebounds is -150 odds over at FanDuel. She's had 10, 3, and 7. So 10 and 7 rebounds in her last 2 out of 3 games with 1 hook to the line. Natasha Fisher, yo, what's going on? The above comment, I'm just not even gonna give any energy because the Fever don't even play today. So what are we talking about? So Rickea Jackson over her 16 points and rebounds, +100 odds over at FanDuel. 29, 19, and 17 points and rebounds in her last 3. It's her time to shine. She has all the space and opportunity. Rickea, go put on a show. Next official play in that game is going to be Benijah Laney Hamilton of the New York Liberty over her 4.5 rebounds, -115 over at Bet365. 5, 7, 10, 7, and 9 rebounds in her last 5, which obviously she's cashing her 5 rebounds in the last 5 games straight. 2 looks I absolutely love in this game, which I haven't got there yet, right? But I probably will get there. Stewie, Breanna Stewart over her 1.5 3-pointers made is +164 over at FanDuel. She's hit this line in her last 5 out of 6 games versus these Los Angeles Sparks, and she had 4 threes in her last game. She's averaging like 4 3-pointer attempts. So we just need her to shoot 50% from 3 or take a few more. Like I said, she's attempting about 3 or 4 per game. Now, this is what makes me like this line even more. The Los Angeles Sparks give up the fourth most threes in the entire WNBA, and they allow the third highest three-pointer percentage. Also, who do you think is going to be guarding Breanna Stewart? Whoever is guarding Breanna Stewart is going to leave a mismatch for Jonquel Jones, and whoever's guarding Jonquel Jones is going to leave a mismatch for Breanna Stewart. So if you put Rickea on Stewie, then Jonquel can bully Wnba, or if you put Wnba on Stewie, then Jonquel can bully Rickea. So I'm very interested to see how that goes. So I definitely love Stewie over her 2 threes on the lean. Next, Jonquel Jones over her 2 threes, minus 130 odds over at FanDuel. She's hit this line in her last 5 straight games. 2, 4, 3, 4, and 3 threes in her last 5 straight games. I like her points and her rebounds. Points, rebounds, and threes. I think Jonquel should have a monster game. Stewie or Jonquel would be the only way that I would look if you want to play a top point scorer in that Sparks and Liberty game. Next, like I said, it's just next woman up. When you're missing one of your key contributors and your starters, it's definitely the next woman up. Ari McDonald, who used to play for the Atlanta Dream last year, she's starting now. She's been hooping. Ari McDonald over her 13 points. She's cashed that boy in the last 5. So that's a heavy lean. Like I said, if the early games go good, I'm probably make a couple more of these plays official. However, just to recap us up, so I can go ahead and cook us up some parlays and some builders, which will be over on Twitter. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Officially today, I'll be taking Angel Reese of the Chicago Sky over her 10.5 rebounds, minus 112 odds over at FanDuel. Hit her 10 rebounds in the last 7 straight and an 11 in the last 4 out of 5. Next, I'll be taking Kennedy Carter from those same Sky over 15 points, minus 115 at Bet365. She's smacking this line in her last 5 straight games when she plays 26 minutes or more. Next, from the Los Angeles Sparks, Rickea Jackson over her 16 points and rebounds combined, plus 100 odds over at FanDuel. Next woman up. Last but not least, I will be taking Benijah Laney Hamilton of the New York Liberty over her 5 rebounds, minus 115 over at Bet365. She smacked this line in her last 5. So Benijah smacked her line in the last 5. Rickea smacked her line in the last 3. Kennedy Carter smacked her line in the last 5. Angel Reese smacked her line in the last 4 out of 5. My leans for today's games: Angel Reese double-double. Camilla Cardoso over 8 rebounds. Monique Billings double-double. Marina Mabry over 15 points. Breanna Stewart over 2 threes. Jonquel Jones over 2 threes. And last but not least, Ari McDonald over her 13 points. Like, comment, and subscribe for your daily sports betting videos and analysis. Let's keep burning them. As always, I will see you tomorrow. Love, peace, and fish grease. And just to respond to this last comment from Mr. Sports Edits, but she's goated. Sure she is. She don't play today, though. So, no thoughts on that. With that being said, I'm out. Finna go cook up some builders and some parlays. Like I said, those will be on Twitter. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. Love, peace, and fish grease. I'm out. Let's get to this doubt. You know?